Welcome, Gary, again for another little chat. How are you tonight?
Excellent. Thank you, Grumpy. How are you?
I'm fine.
No,
Um,
you're grumpy.
no, yeah, well, I am grumpy. Well, especially tonight. I mean, I know Elon Musk has been getting you a bit upset. Well, he's been making me pretty bloody grumpy as well with all
Mm,
his idiotic tweets. So, look, first thing I want to say is we don't want to get political. All
yes, we
politicians are, yeah, all right, yeah, all politicians are
do.
corrupt, full stop, in my opinion. Um, yeah, look, as far as I can see, dear old Elon has been going down the right wing rabbit hole for at least a year, if not a little bit longer. I mean, he previously
Yes.
was a Democrat voter in the States. And, um, well, I think because of what Biden and Harris have been doing to him, he got a bit peed off with them and switched sides. So, just to cover a bit of history for those that don't know what the Biden Harris partnership have done to him over the last few years, Biden was asked in an interview whether he thought Elon Musk should be investigated for various things. And he said, yes, we're going to investigate him. And then all of a sudden, things started to go downhill. So, I mean, SpaceX is doing a brilliant job, and it's got his huge rocket to launch. It's been ready for a month or so, but the red tape seems to be stopping him. So, I mean, uh, there's the environmental people, there's the NASA, there's about three people that have got to sign off um, on his next launch, and they're just delaying. So, I mean, that's one thing that peed him off. He was
Mm.
never invited to the EV round table. So they got Mary Barra and Jim Farley and so on there, but not Elon. So that probably peed him off. Um, a couple of years ago, um, Starlink was awarded $885 million contract to put internet into homes that couldn't get it. And then last year, sometime, I think it was the FCC goes, no, you won't be able to provide it. So we're going to cancel the contract. And they then went and spent billions instead of 885 million and still haven't put the internet into one home that needed it. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, it's not surprising that he went and backed Donny. Um, and look, I'm sure he probably doesn't accept everything that Donald wants to do, um, but he has got a little bit political. And I have basically stopped going on X or Twitter. I,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
What do you feel?
I've never been a big Twitter or X person. I'm on there, but I hardly ever bother with it. It's just I find it really hard to use, to be honest. But anyway, look, the reason I kind of thought it'd be good for us to discuss this is because you, as well as I, have seen plenty of people on Facebook, etc., or in person saying that I'm not going to even consider a Tesla because of Elon Musk, and
Yeah,
that made me think. I mean, do you stop buying one of the best, probably the best, or one of the better products of anything purely because you disagree with someone's personal views, whoever is the head of that company? And we generally wouldn't even know what the head of those companies' personal views are. I don't know what the head of Coca-Cola thinks,
who is the
what
head of
his
Coca-Cola? There's a good.
exactly,
Yeah, I
or
mean,
even we don't know what the Apple CEO thinks, generally, or what
no,
his beliefs, his personal beliefs, because no one is out and about shouting about them to everyone and putting their opinions on it, spreading their opinion like Elon Musk does. So I thought it'd be good to have a little bit of research on this and just have a just discussion with you, see what you felt about it as well. As you said, he hasn't always been super political, but he has, until recently, he's always supported the Democrats. So he said he's politically moderate. He's half Democrat, half Republican, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think it's good to be rusted on in any camp, any political camp. You've got to go with the policies. So he supported Obama, he supported Clinton, he supported Biden, he voted for Biden, and obviously this time around he's voting for Trump. And he didn't even vote for Trump, or wasn't supporting Trump initially. He was hoping Vivek Ramaswamy would be the winner of the Republican primaries, because that's when he actually said he would start voting Republican. To give you a bit of background, Grumpy, on Musk's kind of Twitterverse, what he's for and what he's against. He's for strict gun checks for assault rifles, so that's against the Republicans. He's for the death penalty, that's with Republicans. He's for conspiracy theories, such as Paul Pelosi's gay lover, COVID vaccine causing heart attacks, and Falkland Island detention camps for right-wingers. It's kind of, for someone so intelligent, I'm thinking, how are you so crazy? What's going on in your brain?
Look, he said himself when he did Saturday Night Live, he said this is the first time it's ever been hosted by a person with Asperger's. Now, Asperger's actually doesn't really sort of exist. It's at the low end of the autistic spectrum disorder. Now, autistic people are highly intelligent and very focused on something. You get autistic people who don't speak, but they're fantastic musicians. Now, Elon, if he's got a mild spectrum disorder, then he's just got a high intelligence. But the other thing with these sort of people is that they do just open their mouth and say things. There's a short circuit between the brain and the mouth. I think I've got that sometimes myself. Yeah, I mean, as I got older, I've got no more fucks to give. I might have to beat that one out.
That's the good thing about getting older. Don't give it anymore.
So, look, I mean, he is a highly intelligent person. He's done a lot for the world, and I mean, he wants to make us multi-planetary. So, look, I'm supportive of that. But to come back to this point, people, I'm not going to buy a Tesla because Elon Musk is an idiot. He's not an idiot, but why would you deny yourself? Oh, yeah. Why would you deny yourself the best thing, like an EV, Tesla, Model Y? It's the best-selling car in the world.
Yeah, for good reason.
Why is that? Because it's the best. Would you stop yourself buying a Powerwall? I mean, I'm trying to sell my house and move, and I intend to get Powerwall fitted when I move to my new place, if not 2 Powerwalls. Now, I disagree with Musk, but I think Powerwall, and I'm still doing some research, but so far I think Powerwall's the best. And yeah, all right, I'm not all that keen on Elon at the moment, but I'm not going to stop myself getting what I feel is the best after my research. Would you say that's fair?
That's what I've been telling people whenever I see it come up on Facebook. I say, look, I agree, Elon can be a dick. Sorry, Elon, but you can be a real dick. But I'm not going to, I'm for Tesla. I'm for the Tesla mission. I mean, the Tesla mission, for me, it's not even about being the best car, which it is at the moment. But their mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. And Elon is massively still for climate change, which I still can't understand why he'd vote for Trump when Trump's against climate change. In fact, when he was in the last administration, because Trump invited him, even though he didn't vote for Trump, Trump invited him to be part of this group of brainy people to do whatever on one of the business councils. After about 3 months, Trump withdrew America from the Paris Agreement, and that's when Musk said, "No, stuff you, I'm out." Because he said that's just absolutely wrong. So he withdrew himself from those business councils and gave Trump the big fingers when Trump did that with the Paris Agreement. But he's for trans and LGBTQ, the community. bearing notwithstanding the difficulty he's had with his daughter, but he's against pronouns.
Yeah.
He said, "I absolutely support trans, but all these pronouns are an aesthetic nightmare." And I kind of agree with him there. I'm sorry, people. I kind of agree because I can never figure out what I'm supposed to say to who, when. I'm just, can we just keep it please simple for my little brain, But I, I think I would definitely not limit myself because of his personal views. If it came from the company and the company was like, Tesla has done this and done that, then they're against climate change and blah, 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 whatever. If there's something I really disagreed with, I go, okay, well, Tesla's gone down on my list of things as possibilities to buy. You want to say something? You got a face like you want to say something. You want a
I'm
body
just
slap.
getting grumpy with my wife who's making bloody noises in the kitchen. Yeah.
So basically, I don't think you should limit yourself to not having something that is one of the best things that could be for you. You just basically, the old saying, cutting off your nose to spite your face. But before I get your response to that, I do also understand people having that feeling because I don't ever buy any Nestle products because Nestle are massive kind of proponents of land clearing in Indonesia and just they don't give a crap about any of the orangutans or the environment or anything. They just so I will never buy any Nestle products. I haven't done that for years because of their stance and their not caring attitude. And if I find out that there's other companies, the key word is companies that are doing damage to the environment or animals or whatever without, any balance or anything, then I'll also stop supporting those companies as well. But Tesla's not doing anything damaging to the environment. Tesla is a great company. Musk is a genius, but idiot. An idiot genius? Genius idiot.
I think he is. Yeah. Look, I would agree. I mean, Nestle products I don't like anyway, so I don't buy them. And that there are, yeah, look, I would agree. If the company is doing wrong, then boycott the company. But if the CEO is an idiot, then should that make you not want to buy the product?
Yeah, he's only an idiot sometimes. I mean, I don't agree with him politically, but that's his personal view. Let him. He's entitled to have his personal view.
Yeah,
for whatever reasons.
What we are discussing here is our personal view. It's we've got free speech. Well, we're exercising the right to free speech.
Boycott my channel because I don't understand pronouns.
So look, I would agree. I would still buy Tesla products because they are very good. I am beginning to boycott Twitter because it's supposed to be the town marketplace where all voices are heard, but you see very, very, very few Democrat type left wing posts, and it's just a mass of right wing rubbish. I mean, I've actually been looking at a few of Elon's posts, and quite honestly, some of them are disgusting. Now, he says, oh, look, they're jokes, but there are some things you can joke about and some things that you shouldn't joke about in public. So what I've got a few screen grabs here from Twitter or X or whatever. So I'll just make them a bit bigger. So here's one when Doge designer tweeted, I've got to say tweet because X is not right, why they want to kill Donald Trump, and Elon posts, and no one is even trying to assassinate Biden Kamala. I mean, you should not support violence or sort of intimate violence like that, really.
He did,
yeah.
Sorry, he did say after that one, because I did read about that one as well. And that's a really dumb thing to say. It's like, you're inviting some of the right-wing loonies to, give it a go. Go on.
Yes.
But he did actually say after that, he said, look, the things he says to a group of people and they all laugh, and then he puts it on Twitter. It's a totally different kind of thing, and he's learning not to do that.
I've got that one coming up. Now, as you know, Tay or Taylor Swift came out in support of Vice President Kamala Harris,
Yay! And
and
Billie
she put
Eilish.
a picture up of her holding a cat, and she called herself the childless cat lady or something, and said, "I support Kamala." Look, that's fine. But then he comes out with, "Fine, Taylor, you win. I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life." I mean, that is sick. That is misogynistic rubbish. And I definitely don't approve of that post either.
I think it's a dumb post, but I think he's got a see. I've got a weird sense of humor, and I think I'd probably think something like that in my head, but I wouldn't put it out on Twitter or X or whatever. I think that filter of his is not working very well.
Yeah. And then he reposts people's pet cats being eaten. Now, that is a conspiracy theory that's gone stupid, and it's been proven to be false. Even the person that actually started that has come out and said, "I made a mistake. It is not happening." So,
But how much were the Democrats paying her to say that?
Ah.
Just joking.
Yeah, so here's that one. Turns out that jokes are way less funny if people don't know the context and the delivery is plain text. Yeah, I think he's got a short circuit between brain and his typing fingers, I reckon.
He does. He does a lot of that tweeting. He does a lot of the tweeting on the toilet. Did you know?
Yeah.
Talking shit while he's out.
Yeah, one thing you say to a group doesn't mean that it's a hilarious post on X. And then after his tweet about, the shooting and so on, the Democrats, Biden and Harris came out with this one, which was basically a slap in Elon's face. There's no place for political violence or for any violence ever in our country. Violence should only be condemned, never encouraged or joked about. This rhetoric is irresponsible. And I mean, that is basically a slap in the face to Elon, because it came just after that tweet of his. So, yeah.
You deserve that. You deserve that slap, that virtual slap.
Yeah.
But I was wondering why he's gone so right wing when he was so kind of, at least centrist before. And I think it's all to do with the unions. I don't think, see, Tesla employ 140,000 unions, workers. If Elon's watching this, he just had a heart conniption when I said union. So of those of the 140,000 workers globally, almost none are unionized. Musk is obviously against the unions, even though there's been allegations of high injury rates, long hours, and below industry pay. But he pays them with, the normal pay, which is, let me see here, slightly less than, say, a union pays. Yeah, so at Tesla, they get about $55 an hour in wages and benefits, compared to $66 to $71 an hour at, the other Ford, GM, etc., the big three. So
and Ford and GM are losing money on every car they sell.
Yeah, exactly. Even the ICE cars, are they losing money there too?
I don't know. They're certainly losing massive amounts on the EVs.
Let me just say, that's only because they don't know how to make EVs properly with the proper supply chains, proper parts. They're still stuck with the old stuff off the shelf from the, the 1970s, and that costs money, and weight. But I was thinking the only reason Musk is, that's right. I don't think Musk wants to. Obviously, he doesn't want to unionize, so he's delaying things as much as possible. He's supporting Trump and the Republicans, because that way, the unions won't be able to get into Tesla as quickly as they would normally do, because the Democrats will probably, or could possibly, change laws to make it easier to unionize in future. At the moment, it's quite hard to unionize because they have to find more than 30 supporters, for starters. To unionize a workplace, they've got to get at least 30% of workers to sign union cards. And then they need to have a National Labor Relations Board oversee a union vote. And then even if they actually vote in favor of a union, they've got years to go for negotiations on pay, benefits, and other areas. So that is already hard, and that could change if Democrats, stay in power and change some of those laws, because Democrats are pro-union, whereas the Republicans are anti-union. So I think it all comes down to basically Musk doesn't want to make things more expensive for Tesla. He doesn't want things that could slow Tesla down, like decision making. This would all happen with unions, or could possibly happen with unions. And so I don't think he's like overly fond of Trump, because he probably knows Trump is an idiot. Everyone knows Trump's an idiot. He's dumber than a rock. It's insane. But I think it's what's good for Tesla and other Elon organizations is what he's going for when he's supporting the Republicans. Even giving shares. Did you know even giving shares to his employees is actually a ploy in a way to stop them from wanting to unionize, because those shares, I think it's 4 years. You have to actually be in the company for 4 years before those shares become, really yours, that you can actually sell them or do whatever you want with them. Yes. And that's clever. That's a clever way to keep people from wanting to unionize, because if they unionize, they'll lose the shares. And also they won't get shares, even new employees, because they'll be getting slightly higher pay. So, anyway, I was just trying to think of why is he so right wing when it doesn't seem to make any sense to Tesla's mission.
It comes down to the fact that the Democratic Party that's in power there at the moment have been absolute bastards to him. They have really put a lot in his way with SpaceX. They've not invited him to various EV things. They keep going on about, these EVs, Ford and so on, made by union members, workers that are members of unions. They're great. And they mention nothing about Tesla purely because he doesn't want unions in there. So the Democrats have really been kicking him up the rear end.
Yeah. Also, I think one thing that really resonated with me was when Biden, and obviously I'd vote Democrat any day of the week, well, until someone changes my mind, because I'm a centrist as well. But when I thought Biden was doing a great job, but for someone who doesn't even live there. But when he had that thing with Mary Barra, and he said, Mary Barra, you've been leading the way in EVs. What an amazing job. You're a leader in EVs. And I'm thinking, what a load of shit, because GM is against EVs.
I think at that point, they'd sold 16 EVs, hadn't they, at that point?
Yeah, toasty ones, you know what I mean? The ones that caught fire later. And but oh my God, GM were basically against EVs. They're only doing EVs because they're kind of forced into it. And he's saying that she's the leader in EVs. I'm sorry, Elon Musk. He is the leader in all the EVs. He's the one that brought the industry around and the whole world to start, having to produce EVs to compete. Even when his cars were much more expensive than they are now, and not as good as they are now.
But when young Donnie was in power from 2016 to 2020, he really didn't do much with the environment, with electric vehicles and so on. So he basically left Trumpy alone. And once Biden got in, he has been hammering Tesla, SpaceX, etc., and Elon. So, I wouldn't be at all surprised if they get in again that he's not going to have various government agencies knocking on his door, like the FBI and so on, if he tweets the wrong thing.
I don't know about FBI, but there's definitely some government agency that tells him off when he tweets the wrong thing. Things he's not supposed to do as a CEO or something like that. But because I did read about him being told to delete at least one tweet. But
Yes, I've got a screenshot that I've just shown. I think one of those got deleted.
mm,
So
no,
yeah,
I think
it,
the one he,
it's not good.
no, it's not good. So yeah, long story short, do you think that what I'm thinking makes sense? That he's not really a Trumpian. He's just thinking of his business, and he knows that the Democrats, although they're EV positive, they're Tesla negative.
Yeah, look, I would tend to agree with that sentiment because, as I said at the beginning, Elon is not stupid. He
Mm,
knows where to get the loyalty that he needs and the help that he needs, or at least the lack of hindrance. And I think out of, I mean, it's only a two-party system in America. You've got the
yeah,
Republicans
it's
and
crazy.
Democrats, and that's it. He's going to get more help over the next 4 years from the Republicans than he will from the Democrats, who will just put blocks in his way and make life hard for him.
Although, and I can hear the people, if people who are watching this, I can hear you. I can hear you saying that Trump is anti-EV. Trump wants to kill off EVs. And I agree
Um,
with you. That's what I
yes,
think. But why,
look,
why is
he
Elon
did
supporting him?
say, I think it was literally in the last 4 or 5 days in an interview, we've got lots of liquid gold beneath us, and he's
Mm.
referring to oil. And we need to make ourselves energy independent and dig it all up. So, yeah.
Trump and the Republicans are not pro-EV, you know.
No, and he doesn't believe in climate change either, despite the fact
No.
that 99% of scientists have proven and believe that it's happening.
So yeah, it's really weird. Sorry, Waltz, for taking that word, but it's just weird how Elon can support that side of politics who are against EVs
Yes.
and not support the ones that are for EV, even though the ones that are for EVs have pissed him off. And I agree with why I agree with him that they've pissed him off because some of the stuff they've been doing to Tesla and Elon has been pretty unfair. But I wouldn't throw my whole basket of toys out of the pram just to go run to Donald Trump because of it myself, you know?
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's kind of a strange kind of world we live in.
it is. And, you know, I'm uh, I'm not going to change my beliefs, my buying habits just because I don't like the CEO. I will,
Yeah.
as you've mentioned before, I will not buy certain things if the company is doing the wrong thing. Um, so, but just because the CEO, as you said, I don't know what Mary Barra believes. I think she likes the Democrats. Jim Farley, he probably likes the Democrats because they've been helping him out. Um, so, yeah, I think we're just going to have to wait and see what happens on November the 5th.
Oh, Harris has got it.
You
Absolutely.
reckon? Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I
absolutely.
mean, I would
Dogs and
tend to
cats.
agree with that. And then um, I think we need to maybe look at selling our Tesla shares if Harris gets in, because I think Tesla's for the high jump if she gets
Yeah.
in. I mean, I've got
Uh,
hundreds of shares. I've made money on them now because I bought them way back when. So I'm certainly keeping a very close eye on things, and I'll be dumping my shares.
no, I wouldn't. Tesla's still going strong in the future. Doesn't matter which
I,
government's in
I
charge.
also want to wait until 10th of October, robo-taxi or what have you announcement, whatever's going
Yeah.
to happen there. So we
Um,
shall wait and see.
well, I'm keeping my shares long term. They'll be there in 10 years' time. I'll be a
Yeah,
millionaire. So,
that will be nice. In 10 years' time, I'll be 81. So
mhm.
I think I'll be selling my shares before that. I do have a plan. I've always got an in and an out plan with shares. and I've got a set price to sell them at. So if it reaches that, that's when I'm going to be selling. So basically, once I've made 100% on them, I sell half.
Yeah.
Because then I'm broke even, and then the other couple of hundred that I've got left after that is just pure profit. So it doesn't matter if it goes up or down. Now, the double price, I reckon, is going to happen pretty soon. So I might be selling about half my shares then.
I'll wait till after October. October the 10th.
Yes, I'm waiting until the 10th of October. And then you've got to give it several weeks after that, because whenever they have an announcement, the price goes wee down.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? You'd think it'd go up just before the announcement. It always goes down, and then it goes up
Yeah, it
after.
always seems to go down,
days.
despite the fact like they've had their yearly profit and loss statement. And you go, oh, that's pretty good, and the shares plummet, and you go, what's happening? So I think we can wind this up now. We've done to death the Elon saga. So no final thoughts on anything?
Thanks for watching, Elon. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Now, Elon, if you are watching, please can you just calm down a little bit?
And buy Aptera, because I definitely want Aptera to succeed. Please.
Do you like the Aptera, do you?
Love it. It's awesome.
Oh, I
have a down payment on one.
Oh, really?
Reservation, yeah. It's only $100.
Excellent. Yeah, I haven't. So yeah, I might be selling some shares soon if it goes up a bit more. I think my cutoff point is 300 and something. So
300 something million. Okay.
No, that would be nice. Yeah. Oh well. So thanks very much, Gary. Appreciate that. Thanks everybody else for watching, and don't forget, if you make some comments below, but make them nice, please.
Well, not even nice. Just tell us. You think we're talking crap? That's fine. It's our opinions. Same as Elon's.
Yeah. It is. It's our opinion. So honestly, don't really worry about it too much. As I've said at the beginning, at my age, I've got no more F's to give. I've given them all out over the last 71 years. So
you can find a pocket full of F's somewhere.
All right.
Thanks,
thanks very much. And see you all next week.
Bye.